look away from the train wreck. You can blame it on the tech or the disrespect. If you play better, button check. Button check.
What is up, Button Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful week of checking these buttons. So much action over the weekend. Yo, chapters down below if you guys want to skip around, and of course that sub button right there on the race to 60K. Guys, so much to check, trust me. So much to check. Chapters down below, and the reason why I repeated it, because there's a lot to check. So without further ado, let's go. All right, now into this first set of Dieminion versus Arturo Sanchez, right? Drugs, lies, and money. Buttons that need to be checked. Holy shit. This is a lot, right? For those that have been keeping up, NYC Furby, aka Arturo, has been going through a lot lately, right? Most recently, him and Dieminion have had a falling out when it comes to money. He owed Dieminion like over $3,500, or right, $3,500, something like that, right? Because Dieminion hired him to build a PC. Arturo reached out to him, said, "I could build you that PC you always wanted." They've been friends for like over 20 years. So Dieminion was like, bet, gave him the money. There's a lot more to it. Definitely check out the link down below for the full thing. Oh, and big shout out to D Nice, because he actually gave us permission to use this. And like I said, check out his link because they cover everything. So anyway, long story short, Dieminion believed in him, gave him the money. Arturo, after months and months and months and excuse after excuse after excuse, never gave him the product. And now they actually went to court, and he talks about it right here. Let's get it.
The people started calling numbers and names. He came about 7 to 8 minutes before that. Well, we were there early. He came about 8 minutes before that, sat down, and before I even say it, what did he look like? What was he doing? He was rocking back and forth, right?
He had, son, my man was tweaking. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I'm not sugarcoating this.
He was tweaking bad, very, very bad. Like he was high on something, or he was just really nervous. One of the two. He out of all that, wasn't that courthouse crowded?
Nah, it wasn't. It was crowded at first.
It was a lot. It was a good amount of people in there. It wasn't crowded, but it was a good amount of people in there. Literally, you could look around the courthouse, and he was the only one doing that rocking shit.
In fact, you wasn't even supposed to have your hoodie on.
Right,
like your hood on, and he had his own hood on, rocking himself back and forth, looking at his phone. But it's like he's not texting; he's just looking at his phone, rocking.
Right.
Right. Yeah. I was really concerned. Partially, I was a little bit concerned. I'm like, yo, he might just crash out. So I just want to be prepared, you know.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he was hiding something. I already know he do coke. I know him for a long time. That shit is not a secret to me. That shit is not a secret to me. I already know he do coke.
I mean, listen.
I know people who sold him real coke, and I know people who sold him fake coke. So
yeah, I've seen enough. I'll say that, but and I don't want to get other people involved because it fucks up. But it's bad, man. It's bad.
Damn, that's wild to hear, right? So we're saying that Arturo showed up, I guess maybe a little late. Had the shakes, the rocks, you know what I'm saying? Looks like he was either high on something or withdrawing for something, and D Nice was there with him, so he got some witness, you know what I'm saying? On top of that, Dieminion goes in to say that he's on coke. I know he's been doing coke for years because I know people that have either sold him real coke or fake coke. Damn. In this next chapter, he goes into talking about where they started the mediation. Let's go.
They at the process where they're calling the names and the numbers, and we got to stand up. So to get to us, I chose by the court because I wanted the case to be presented in front of the court, in front of a judge and everything. Arturo chose mediation. If you guys don't know, mediation is when you try to settle things privately on the side without the judge in front.
Yeah.
Without the judge being involved. I guess it's for like private reasons, whatever. That's what Arturo chose. Obviously, because he don't want to be public. He on some little private, want to be fucking inconspicuous type of shit, right? So the mediator came and got us. We got in the room. We sit down in front of the mediator, and the mediator starts asking us to present the case. So I tell her, I run down the case, just like I told y'all. I basically said, Arturo, I gave money for Arturo to build me a product, a PC product. After many attempts of failing to deliver with an unsatisfactory product, I asked for my money back. We both agreed for a date to get my money back, and then he disappeared. That was basically the rundown. I'm not going to give a long-winded story of what happened. So Arturo immediately says, and you know what's funny, yo? You know what's funny? I actually couldn't believe I was fucking sitting next to him. after 6 months, after 7 months of ghosting. I couldn't believe I was fucking sitting next to him. I really wanted to put hands on him right there. But obviously I don't want to get in trouble.
Right.
Like we in the mediation room already. I don't want to like start lashing out and crashing out and shit like that. I'm not that type of person anyway. But I felt like I needed to put hands on him. So now Arturo counters with, immediately she asked him. She says, "Well, did you give him his money? But why didn't you give him his money back?" He said, 4 reasons. He said, well, at the time I had a huge medical bill. As you know, Kevin, I just had a child. So I guess the child is born now. I guess he was telling the truth about that because he said it in front of the mediator in court. Then she asked him, she said, "Well, are you employed?" He said, "Yeah, no." Literally, he said, "Yeah, no."
My man said, "Yeah."
He said, "Yeah, no."
On record?
On record. He said, "Yeah, no." So he said, "Yeah, no." So she asked him, she said, "Well, have you filed your taxes yet?" He said, No, I didn't file my taxes yet." So she said, well, when you get a tax return, when will you be seeing your tax return? When are you going to do them? He said, when I get all my taxes to file. So she said, "Well, when you get your tax return money back, how much can you pay him?" And he said, he didn't say nothing again. She said, "Can you pay him $2,000?" He said, "No, I can't pay him $2,000." She said, "Can you pay him $1,000?" He said, "No." And he didn't say anything. And he was about to say less than $1,000, y'all. Bro, when I tell y'all he was really trying to lowball the amount he can pay me, he was trying to lowball that shit under $1,000.
Damn.
So she said, well, you know what? We'll just do $1,000 because he wasn't really trying to give an amount. He wasn't really trying to give an amount. He was like my thing is this. He want to settle privately on the side, but he not giving no solutions. Mm-hmm. He not telling me how much he can pay me back at a time.
Right.
Do you think that he was just trying to drag it out?
He's just trying to drag it out. He's not trying to give no solutions. Classic Arturo shit. No fucking solutions. So I'm waiting. She's like, well, you know what? We'll just do $1,000. So I'm put down $1,000 right now. So when you get back your tax return, you owe Kevin Landon a lump sum of $1,000 on or before May 3rd. Y'all heard that, guys? So before May 3rd or on May 3rd, no later, I should be receiving a lump sum of $1,000. It's on the statement. I should be receiving a lump sum of $1,000 on May 3rd or before, plus $200 every 15th of the month until it reaches up to $3,000. Starting this week coming up. So starting March 15th, I should be receiving $200 until I guess December of this year or whatever, or whenever it reaches $3,000. So on May, Arturo got to give me $1,000 from a tax return if he gets that, and he still has to give me the $200 that he owes me for every month. So May gonna be a hard month for him. I hope whatever he said he was employed or whatever, he gonna have to stay. He gonna have to stay on that shit. Stay on your finances. I know you got a kid now. I don't want to be responsible for taking fucking food and diapers off your kid's table, bro. You better find some ways to get income. I mean, because you owe me my money. You owe me my money. You better find some other ways to get income and not scamming people either. Not scamming people. Get a fucking job or something.
All right, damn, that's a lot, right? Going into mediation, judge is actually being nice, saying what you could pay, work out a deal. Basically, it looks like he can't pay nothing. He's trying to lower it to like $1,000, which the judge said, then he has to pay on top of that like $200 a month. Let's be real. Doesn't look like any of that's going to happen just based on the previous history, right? So that's sad to see. In this next part, Dieminion actually goes into confronting Arturo, like asking him questions. Let's get it.
What Arturo wanted to happen that night. He wanted to go to the courthouse, choose mediation, settle the claim, and leave. That's what he wanted. He didn't want me to talk to him. He didn't want me to bring up any personal business. Nah, I got personal as fucking that mediation room. She had to calm me down. I was getting loud and shit. She had to calm me down. I'm like, yo, I told Arturo, I said, yo, what the fuck was up with that dusty ass computer you try to sell me? My man said, and threw his hands up, and that was it. That was his response.
He didn't say nothing.
I said, yo,
Yeah, what's up with that PC?
Yes, computer, bro. You try to sell me some computer looking like your shit was made in the year 2001. What the fuck is up with that?
That shit had an HDD and everything.
He said, and that was it. He had nothing to say. He was stunned. He was stunned. He had nothing to say. I said, yeah, I thought so. Then another thing was funny was because I was trying to get him to fucking explain himself a little bit. I was trying to get him to explain himself, but he wasn't trying to say shit. So, but I started noticing something. I started noticing that while I was trying to talk to him and I was trying to get to him, like I was calling him like a liar and stuff. Because he is. I'm not lying about that. He is a liar and I can prove it. But I was calling him like, yo, I was like, yo, you a fucking liar. You know that, right? You a liar. And I noticed something. I noticed that he would only say something back to me when I was like insulting him a little bit. Or like when I was like, you know, like, yeah, basically I'll say that. I'll say like low-key insulting him, like calling him names and stuff like that. He would start blurting stuff out. So one of the times I said something to him. What did I say? Oh, right. I said, you know, you got a lot of explaining to do. You know, you got a lot of explaining to do, right? The community, you went ghosting the whole community. They want to know what the fuck been going on with you. What's up? You got a lot of explaining to do with this community. He gonna say, not my community anymore. It's not my community anymore. I said, what? He said, it's not my community anymore. I said, you know what? I'm glad you fucking said that shit. Good. I'm glad you said that shit out your own mouth in front of the mediator and in front of me. I'm glad you said that on record.
On
I'm
record.
glad you said that. Stay the fuck away from this community. I'm glad you said that shit. I'm glad I at least got that out of you. I'm past this. I'm past disappointment. I don't know about y'all in here in this chat. I'm past disappointment. I'm past that. I'm like, yo, you committed blasphemy, bro. You really did this shit to somebody that knew you that long, bro. That long. I knew him for so long.
2 decades, man.
Do I gotta say it? I'm not gonna say it. Yo, I got so much fucking dirt on people. Like I got so much dirt on Arturo, bro. I'm not gonna say it, yo, because I'm not gonna say it.
No,
you
can't, because like innocent people will get hurt.
I'm not gonna say it because he got a kid, and I want that kid to have a father.
So that's the line right there. He said, it's not my community anymore. Basically, he's done. So anytime Dieminion came with him with a concern or a question, he either got literally no answer or just Arturo being like, I'm done with it. Then he goes on to end it with, I have so much dirt on him because I've known him for over 2 decades, but I'm not going to say it because he has a kid and I want his kid to have a father. Later on, he goes on to say, it might be a shitty father, you know what I'm saying, but I still want him to have a father. And I'm like, holy shit, like what do you have on the dude? Anyway, in this next chapter, it gets even deeper because this is where they start talking about the possible drug allegations and stuff that he's seen. Let's get it.
What do you think could be the reason why he's acting like this? Because he wasn't like, respect. He to say that he haven't put on for the FGC, I would be lying. He definitely has. But what do you like? What could have caused all of this? Like to just like go to the point to scam his best friend for over 20 years, right?
Right.
To screw over the people that he worked for. But be mindful, if it wasn't for Matrimino, I mean, a lot of online series wouldn't exist at all.
Yeah, he's done a lot. Arturo has done a lot.
I'm trying to figure out like what's going on. Like why is he acting like this? What, do you think you know why? Could it be the alleged drug abuse? Could it be that?
It could be. Yo, bro, I know him for a long time, yo. I know he does coke. I know he does coke, or did coke in the past. So on that stream where Rob TV asked him, like the first thing he asked him, do you do what's that shit about you doing coke? And Arturo denied it. I mean, I know, like that's not a secret to me. I know Arturo does coke. Like I said early in the stream, I know people who sold him real coke, and I know people who sold him fake coke. If you know what's crazy, I can hit somebody up right now that sold him fake coke. You serious? I know, like, man, yo.
Redacted. We're redacting that part.
I can hit somebody up right now.
I ain't trying to get nobody.
Yeah, I sold him fake coke. Come on, I can hit somebody up.
Wow.
They crushed up chalk in the bag and sold it to him. They crushed up.
That's crazy.
Chalk in the bag, mixed with something else and sold it to him. I know that.
Wow.
Come on, man. It could be. It could
That's
be the drug. It
crazy.
could be the drug addiction, man. It could be that. I mean, I don't know.
I
We're not gonna
remember
say yes.
him.
Like,
I
listen.
remember. Yeah, go
Let me,
ahead.
let me just say this, D-Nice. Let me just say this. Look, because I'm not gonna sit here and say Arturo hasn't done shit for the FTC because he did. He has over the years. He has, and there were people that were saying, "Yo, you knew how he was. Why did you decide to do business with them?" But everybody did business with Arturo and FTC, right? Over the years,
That's a fact.
Everybody hired him to stream.
Myself included.
Everybody was involved with Arturo. Everybody was nice with Arturo. Everybody knows who Arturo Sanchez is in the community.
That's true. So
it's not just a me thing. Oh, why'd you do? You knew him for so long. Why did you do business with them? Everybody did business with Arturo.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So now my thing was, I just wanted to bring awareness to the people because you wasn't about to get over on me. You wasn't about to crash out on my dime. You wasn't about to do that shit, bro. You wasn't about to crash out like that on me. So I just had to let people know what was happening. And I was really trying to keep it private. I was really trying with him. Yo, I didn't want to come on Twitter because I haven't been on Twitter. I have not been on Twitter since 2021 before I made that first post. I didn't want to come on Twitter talking about Arturo took money from me. I didn't want to do that shit. I was trying to be nice to him. I was trying to get him to give me the money and everything, but he made it hard. He made it hard, bro. He made that shit hard for me.
All right. Wow, that's wild, right? So, obviously, as of right now, these are just, assumptions, right? Nobody could actually prove that at this point. Now, from the behavior pattern, if you've been following the story, and from the way he looked in the court, and the way he's talking to him, and the fact that Dieminion has personally seen this guy do and buy coke, doesn't look good. We can say that. I can't say that I've dealt with it from personal experience. I have uncles. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I spoke to my uncle last night that's addicted to shit. He came into town and instantly started some shit. I'm not even gonna lie. I got witnesses, you know what I'm saying? But this dude's on some shit, and I gotta tell you, seeing some of my uncles addicted to this shit like that, it's similar behavior. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, but it's almost like they're a slave to this shit, and whatever money they get, stuff like this happens. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, let me say it one more time. These are just allegations at this point because technically nobody can prove it. You know what I'm saying? But we can say so far it just doesn't look good. Now in this next section, it's pretty much the wrap up right here from Dieminion and D-Nice. Let's check it out.
So I'm still gonna be tied to him in some extent, but I don't want to talk about Arturo anymore. I already said whatever I had to say about him. I don't want to say that name out of my mouth again. Like he done so much dirt on me. He did so much dirt to me. Like just like that's just it with me and him. And I knew him for a long time. And you know what's crazy? I had sympathy for him and stuff like that. Even when he was doing me dirty, I still had some sympathy. That's all gone now. That's all gone now. I'm done with Arturo. I don't want to talk about him after this again. But the reason why I did the space was because I was posting about this situation, but I wanted people to hear it from me. And people haven't heard me in a while, so that was just a good way to get back in it. So that's basically all I gotta say.
Damn.
Cool. So, most of these questions are pretty much answered already. If we figure out if Art always been like this, we kind of answered that in the past. So, if you guys want, you can check out the archive, right? I'm not deleting this. The space is automatically recorded. So you can definitely catch up and see whatever you missed. I do have one. Somebody did make one request that says, "Say incompetent again." Incompetent. You got me, bro. Good shit. But yeah. One last question. He said, "Did he ever get a PC?" Kevin, did you get a PC?
Yes, I did. Shout out to Lee Chung for that. I paid him good for it too. See, I reward my friends, man. I paid him good for making me this PC, a really, really good PC. I got it within a week. Within a week of him hitting me up to ask me if I needed a PC still, I said, yeah. He got it done within a week. I went to his house. I took an Uber home. It was mad heavy and it's big, but I got it. So,
damn, that's what's up, man. Big up to Lee Chung. This dude said, Lee Chung reached out to him, said, do you still need a PC? He said, yes. The man got it to him in a week. In 1 week, and he said it was the quality that I was looking for. That's what's up. Now, let's wrap it up real quick. There's a lot to cover, like I said, to unpack. The saddest thing, there's two sad things that stuck out to me. One, it really looks like Arturo basically sacrificed one of his best friends for some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you missed it in the previous video, the total price was going to come out to like $2,900 for the services that Arturo was going to do, right? And buy the computer and whatnot. Dieminion actually gave him a little more. I think he gave him like $3,000, something like that, right? But then Arturo had an overdraft fee, and it was like $500. So Arturo was telling him like, shit, the half you gave me or whatever, my overdraft fee done took $500 of it. Dieminion, being his friend, was like, keep the $500. I'll give you another $1,500 or whatever. And Arturo was like, holy shit, are you serious? He was like, yeah, you're my homie. I'll pay your debt. How many of us know somebody in our life that would do that? You know what I'm saying? When doing business, we're automatically like, shit, my bad. I have a $500 overdraft fee or whatever. The bank done took it out. And then the other person be like, oh, all good. You know what? Keep the $500 because you're my boy. Let me give you that extra dough. I don't know many people, if any, you know what I'm saying, that would just give you that $500 like that willy-nilly. So the fact that Arturo had a friend that good in his life and basically just lost him over some bullshit, to me, is one of the saddest things ever. You know what I'm saying? And the second thing is, yes, they are right. What D-Nice and Dieminion were saying, Arturo has done a lot. The man was a staple in the community. He was an OG. Not only is he a hell of a Dawson player, streamer, he was taking the FGC in some ways to the next level on the PCs and the laptops and all that stuff. Like, he was optimizing it. And like, he was doing it with Defend the North, like what, just a couple years ago or whatever. And people were talking like, holy shit, is this the new wave, right? He's actually pulling it off. So to see all these things that Arturo has done, just for it to kind of end like this, where he's shaking in court and not paying and ducking and also saying, this is not my community anymore, is the saddest fucking thing of all. You know what I'm saying? It's heartbreaking because I met Arturo once and he was very nice to me. You know what I'm saying? He was showing me around the tournament and whatnot, and that was about it. But he was nice. And I've talked to him a couple of times too, like just on over DMs and whatnot. Once again, he's always been very nice to me. I've met Dieminion. He was also I used to look up to Dieminion. You know what I'm saying? To me, he was the best Gal player ever, and I loved him. Like, he inspired me to play Street Fighter 4. So, long story short, I have respect for both of these guys. And that's the sad thing, for it to unravel like this. And I just hope that whatever Arturo needs, man, any help, whether it be, counseling, therapy, medical, whatever the hell, I hope he gets it, man, because I'm a firm believer that it's never too late. It may look really bad and the movie done finished, the people are getting up from the seats, the credits done started rolling, but look, I do not care. I am a firm believer there's still breath in your lungs, you can still move around, you're still alive, there's still some type of hope, but only if you want it. Only if you fight for it. You know what I'm saying? So Arturo, Dieminion, man, I hope you guys are able to work this out, man. I think somewhere deep down, I don't know, I would like to believe in a happy ending somehow. Like we said earlier, it doesn't look good, but doesn't mean it can't end good. How y'all feeling? Let me know. There it is one more time. Thank you guys for the amazing love. We will see you soon. Like I said, we will have a 2-for-1 today because we missed yesterday, right? So we got this one right here this morning, and then we're gonna have another one tonight. Hope you guys enjoy all that. And thank you guys again for showing the love on the new channel, man. There's so much love on the Father and Son channel I just created. Link down below if you guys are interested. Thank you so much. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
And now, and for that moment of FGC bliss, so I think we need one. In one episode this heavy, I think we need some laughter. We need something like this. So this one right here comes from Tong Never Sleeps, right? The homie Tong from AKA Tampa Never Sleeps, right? The man does everything. So anyway, he posted this the other day. I guess it was a clip from their stream right here saying, maybe not everyone should be entitled to an opinion, tagging Inside or at Inside TV. Almost 4 years of Fridays doing this, and it never gets boring. Enjoy.
You think the only worst matchup in the game is Strider Doom, and you think it's 9-1? Yeah, 9-1? You're smoking penis. 9-1. No shot. Welcome back, Kong Lee.
Bro, I literally had to come back from doing work because I heard somebody say that Doom Strider is 9-1.
Inside said that.
Bro, you outside right now, bro.
Oh, God, brother.
So, welcome back.
All right. All right. So, I was so tilted that I took that time during that match, didn't even go back to my desk to work. And instead, I wrote down things that were 9-1 matchups for real. All right, things that are 9-1 matchups for real. Me versus weight loss. I knew it. Proxy versus male pattern baldness. All right. Southpaw versus things on the top shelf. 9-1 matchups. That's Jay Wong versus Spelling, bro. Like that's a 9-1 matchup. Talking about some 9-1. You know, like